Well, resolutions, baby, they come and go. Will I do any of these things? The answer is probably no. And if there's one thing I must do, despite my greatest fears, I'm going to say to you how I felt all of these years. It's good to be together this morning.
I will now light our chalice. The chalice is the symbol of our shared Unitarian Universalist faith. We join with congregations around the country and the world in our ritual lighting. Please read with me the words printed in your order of service. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its prayer. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth. Another.
Isn't good music the best? If this is your first time with us today, you might be wondering if we do this all the time. The answer is sort of. No, we are extraordinarily fortunate today to have the Barbone Street Band with us for our annual New Orleans Jazz Funeral for the Old Year. Isn't it wonderful? The worship records that I looked at this week only go back as far as 2011, which means this is USG's at least 16th annual jazz funeral, and at least our 16th time having the Barbone Street Band. Whew. Being a Unitarian Universalist religious professional, I don't usually use the word funeral that often. Sure, we have memorial services all the time, or celebrations of life. And often, casually, we use all of these terms the same way. Funeral is just a shorter word. It's easier to say, and it needs less explanation. But it's not just that. A funeral and a memorial service are not the same thing. A memorial service is about memory. It's a gathering focused on remembering and reflecting on a person's life and their impact, their character. And unlike a funeral, a memorial can be held at any time. In fact, I know a Unitarian Universalist who held his own memorial service before he died so that he could be there to hear what people said about him. A funeral, on the other hand, is about the transition from life to death. It's about consigning the body to its final resting place. And in many traditions, the soul won't even get to its destination in the afterlife without a proper funeral rite being performed. A funeral ritual embodies the idea that in order for the soul to get to its final resting place, the body needs to be safely in its final resting place. A funeral is a doing, a ritual act that symbolizes the deceased traveling over the bridge from life to death, the living helping the departed get to the other side. A memorial service is about getting us to the other side of our grief. You can attend a memorial service, and you can participate at your level of comfort. But because a funeral is doing something together, it requires buy-in. If the assembled people are going to usher the soul to the other side, they all have to believe that's what they're there together to do. So friends, I invite you to buy in with me today. Not to celebrate the life of 2025, not to tally up its highs and lows, because today isn't about remembering the last 365 days. Our jazz funeral for the old year is about showing 2025 the way home. A few weeks ago, Reverend Hannah preached around the poem Here We Are by John Corrado, which begins, "Here we are, children at the big party, having our moment in the sun, our piece of the action, till our bodies give way and we are called home." 2025 came to the big party and had its moment in the sun, its piece of the action, but its body has given way and it has been called home. All we need to do for 2025 now is to help get it home safely. We don't need to rehash the party, the music, the food, who spilled their drinks on who. All we need to do, with love, is get 2025 in an Uber and into bed. I'd like to pause here to honor the members of USG who passed on this year: Sarah West, Diane Fisk, Dave Bruton, Peter Walsh. And at this time, we'll take a moment also to honor all those that we lost in 2025. Please feel free to say their names out loud or in your heart. The word coffin dates all the way back to the early 14th century, from the Old French coffin, a chest or box for valuables. Now, if you have been to one of the last 15 of these things, you remember that we usually have a coffin in the front. This year, we have a makeshift box put together by our genius sextons, Mariama and Chris. And so here's our symbolic coffin, just FYI. When I looked up this word, coffin, I expected to find an origin involving death or burial, but valuables. What makes a coffin isn't having a body inside it. A coffin's purpose is to carry something valuable, something as special, as sacred, as holy as the body of one of our own. One of us. A coffin is a vessel to carry the soul safely home. On the way in today, you should have received a small sheet of paper and a pencil, and I'll invite you to write something on that paper, something from this year that you are no longer meant to carry. Any weight you feel, any role you play, any story you tell, any attachment you hold. Not a resolution. Just something that belongs to the year 2025 and not to your future. As the band plays for us, I'll invite you to stand, come up the center aisle, come over here, place your paper in the coffin, and file back up this side of the sanctuary. 2025, it's been a long night. You're old, you're tired. Thank you for coming to our party. We send you on your way now to take your place in the grand procession of time, not in small pieces like days or weeks or hours, but in one big, messy piece, whole and holy, in your beautiful blue boat home. Will you take a deep breath with me? If you ever do that in front of a crowd of people, you have to remember not to breathe into the microphone. I remembered. Beloved friends, welcome to 2026. Wait, maybe I mean welcome 2026, beloved friend. Here we are at the big party. We just got 2025 into the Uber, thank goodness. In walks a new guest, the year 2026. Now, Unitarian Universalism calls us to be radically welcoming to new guests at our party. Make sure they get to the welcome table, fill out a visitor form, get a name tag, know where the bathrooms are. Get to know them, talk over lunch. It's bagels today. But 2026 is a different kind of guest. Everybody at this party already knew 2026 was coming. What we don't know is how we're going to get along with it, how this new guest is going to treat us, how we will be in relationship with it. How will 2026 change us just as we were changed by its siblings, 2025, 2024, 2023, and so on? We don't get to know the future. We don't get to know the future. That's just one of the truths of this whole thing that we're doing. Life, living, being alive. Another truth of being alive is constant change. Some changes we're lucky enough to have complete control over. Some are completely out of our hands. Some are more complicated. But some changes we can share. And some we have no choice but to share because we're here together now. Because it's our party. The never-ending party where we're simultaneously the host and just a guest. The big party. Look, we know this guest at our party is going to change the vibe. But the truth is, parties don't stay the same all night. The music changes, food is cooked and eaten, drinks are spilled, guests come and go. Welcome to the big party 2026. We're so glad you made it.
Our reading to... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I lied. No, I mixed it up. You go.
Okay.
My bad.
Our reading today is a song for New Year's Eve from William Cullen Bryant. Stay yet, my friends, a moment, stay. Stay till the good old year, so long companion of our way, shakes hands and leaves us here. Oh, stay, stay, one little hour, and then away. The year whose hopes were high and strong has now no hopes to wake. Yet one more hour more of jest and song for his familiar sake. Oh, stay, stay, one mirthful hour, and then away. The kindly year his liberal hands have lavished all his store. And shall we turn from where he stands because he gives no more? Oh, stay, oh stay, one grateful hour, and then away. Days brightly came and calmly went, while yet he was our guest. How cheerfully the week was spent, how sweet the seventh day's rest. Oh stay, one golden hour, and then away. Dear friends were with us, some who sleep beneath the coffin lid. What pleasant memories we keep of all they said and did. Oh stay, one tender hour, and then away. Even while we sing, he smiles his last and leaves our sphere behind. The good old year is with the past. Oh, be the new as kind. Oh, stay, one parting strain, and then away. This week, we share the plate with UU Justice PA. They monitor state legislation, helping UUs in Pennsylvania to speak up, take action, and make our Commonwealth better for all. UU Justice PA works for real change for real people. This nomination was made by Dev Howerton. Please give generously, as we have found that the more we give away, the more that comes our way. Directions for giving via text can be found in your order of service. Cash and checks can be dropped in the plate as the ushers pass by.
I see trees are green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright, blessed day, dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I'll watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, I'll watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah, I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I will now extinguish the chalice. Please join me in reading aloud the words printed in your order of service. We extinguish our chalice, but the flame remains in us as we live into the mission of this congregation, building beloved community with compassion, service, and empowerment.
Can we thank the Barbone Street Jazz Band one more time? Here's to at least 16 more. A traditional New Orleans jazz funeral procession would feature a second line after the burial. A second line being the crowd of community members and mourners who follow the first line of the procession, which would be the casket and the family members and the musicians. It's a walking party that transforms private grief into shared emotion. A second line says, we are alive here together now. Our version of a second line in this room, with narrow walkways and everybody having coats and there being so many of us, looks more like a shuffle with your coat in your hand. So instead, we're just gonna dance. Is that cool? Yeah. Do you feel like you need to get up and dance after hearing this wonderful music for this hour? So I'm going to ask Michael and Sunny to take our coffin to its final resting place up the aisle. And as it does, as they pass your aisle, or your row in the aisle, get up and dance. And put it down. I have an ABBA quote for you. Nobody go anywhere. Friends, as ABBA once said, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. May we all have a vision now and then of a world where every neighbor is a friend. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. May we all have our hopes, our will to try. If we don't, we might as well lay down and die. You and I. Happy New Year. Wait. Paul. We're going to have you stay up here. Don't worry, they're just going to dance. Stearns, you got to tell the band what you're doing. It was all going so well, wasn't it?
I was halfway out to the car.
I know. Come back.
Barbone Street Jazz Band thanks you. Thank you very much.